world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Fool me once, fool me once, fool me once. Shame on, shame on. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Fool me, can't get fooled again, can't get fooled again, can't get fooled again, can't get fooled again, can't get fooled again,
He was playing golf. The word we have is that he was playing golf when it happened. And this is some video of the president out playing golf. And when the network started calling it, I think CNN went first, and then sort of everybody called it all at once. And then Fox called it maybe 30 minutes later or so, something like that. And then everybody's just been kind of watching this all day. But the president heard while he was on the golf course, stayed on the golf course, we're told. We don't know anything about how the golf, there he goes. And then we have some pictures of him when he arrived back at the White House. You saw that scene there, thousands and thousands of people out cheering. Well, he drove past that on the way, and that's a photo that will, that'll probably be one that lives for a while. As he was going back in, 45, President Trump, the 45th president of the United States, going back into the White House. We've heard a little from him since then, but not a whole lot.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together we can make America great again. Today, I proudly announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
We will make America great again.
I ask you to join with us today, to give me your hands and your hearts, to give me your prayers and your help. I believe that together we can make America great again.
You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is
We have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
CNBC's Kayla Tausche is in Washington following the president for us today. What do we know about golf and going forward to now? And then we'll talk about later.
Well, Shep, it was about 4 hours between when that original call came and when the president returned to the White House. He spent much of that time on the golf course and sort of enjoying the company that was with him. But privately, aides say that he was fuming, not just because of the call that was made, but also because of a perceived lack of support from those that were working for him, not only in the White House, but also on the campaign. And the campaign manager, Bill Stepien, and the deputy campaign manager, Justin Clark, tried to speak directly to that in a call earlier this morning with donors and organizers, where they urged supporters to stay at the ready to attend rallies and protests and fights for the president as he continues this legal challenge going forward, and sort of echoing the president's tweets and statements, even as questionable as some of those, the language in those have been, which is why we're not going to show them to you, but essentially trying to vocalize their support for the president in the way that he feels he wants to respond to this development.
First of all, for the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and then for a number of other states. And these lawsuits will be brought starting on Monday.
The U.S. presidential election of 2000 was one of the closest and most controversial elections in American history. Then, Vice President Al Gore ran against Texas Governor George W. Bush, the son of former President George H.W. Bush. Both were high-profile figures with opposing political views. The campaign season was tense. That tension all came to a head on election night, leading to one of the most unusual outcomes in history. a presidency secured by a Supreme Court ruling in Bush v. Gore.
I'm especially grateful we got a new pope. Hallelujah. I shouldn't say that, it's Lent.
I know you cannot talk about the voting, but take us inside the Sistine Chapel to that moment when you all knew there was a new pope.
Yeah, that's a remarkably emotional experience, George. And even though we weren't surprised, because we could see it coming as the votes are slowly tallied and as we've seen the direction that the Holy Spirit was leading us, but still the moment he got to the number needed, 77, was wonderfully inspirational. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house. What moved me was how the whole nature and identity of Jorge Bergoglio changed and was transformed into Pope Francis. Here was a man that just a couple hours before we were pouring coffee with and walking through the halls of St. Martha and chatting with, and now all of a sudden he's our Holy Father. And we're pledging him our love and our allegiance and our loyalty and our prayer.
In this country of ours, the most improbable things can happen as well. Take that from a guy who met his first president on the day he was born, and his second on the day he was brought home from the hospital.
Yes, only in America could a man be born the son of one leader and the brother of another, or Saudi Arabia, or Westeros, I guess, anywhere with a hereditary monarchy.
Simply put, this country and this world benefit from your commitment to Jesuit principles, to being men.
As a graduate of another great Jesuit institution, Xavier University, I have great affection for the value and purpose of a Jesuit education.
Faith is what has gotten me through difficult times in my life. I lost my wife and daughter when my son had stage 4 glioblastoma. It was a matter of months. Personally for me, faith, it's all about hope and purpose and strength. And for me, my religion is just an enormous sense of solace. I go to Mass and I say the Rosary. I find it to be incredibly comforting. And Kierkegaard said, faith sees best in the dark. Think of all the people you know who are going through horrible things, and they get up every morning and they put one foot in front of the other. I marvel at people who absorb hurt and just get back up. And I'm absolutely, thoroughly convinced and optimistic about the prospects of this country. No, I really mean it. There is nothing we can't do.
What do you make of this Hillary Clinton thing? You think she's going to run?
Well, I think
fellow New Yorker.
Yeah, and I know her very well. They're members of my club, and I like both of them very much. And he was with you one time, and he said he likes me. And
he does.
All that stuff. And I do like him. Look, a long time to go, like you say about me and you say about others. It's a long time. You have a big health question. Will she be healthy? I hope she's healthy now. I think she is. But, you know, that's a long time. You have to wait till the 14 is over, and then you have to go out and really
Well, we always think ahead, don't we, in America?
No, well, you always have to think about health. And I think that subject to that or some crazy thing happening, and lots of crazy things can happen, she has the nomination practically wrapped up, it would seem to me.
By the way, how's your health?
So far, so good.
About you. Have you ever had a serious illness?
No, I haven't. Where's wood? I want to knock
wood,
on
yeah.
wood. I'll knock on your wood, too. But no, I have not. I've been lucky in that way. Well, I think her history is far from being over. I'd like to answer that question in another 15 years from now. I think she's going to go down at a minimum as a great senator. I think she is a great wife to a president. And I think Bill Clinton was a great president. You know, you look at the country then. The economy was doing great. Look at what happened during the Clinton years. I mean, we had no war. The economy was doing great. Everybody was happy. A lot of people hated him because they were jealous as hell. You know, people get jealous and they hate you. People don't like him because they're jealous of him. But Bill Clinton was a great president. Bill Clinton was a great president. Hillary Clinton is a great woman and a good woman. I think she's a wonderful woman. I think that she's a little bit misunderstood. You know, Hillary's a very smart woman, very tough woman. That's fine. But she's also a very nice person. And I know Hillary and I know her husband very well. They're fine people.
We're having some fun here tonight, and that's good. On a personal note, what an amazing honor it is to be with all of you. And I want to congratulate Hillary on getting the nomination, and we're in there fighting, and over the next 19 days, somebody's going to be chosen. We'll see what happens. But I have great memories of coming to this dinner with my father over the years when I was a young man. Great experience for me. This was always a special experience for him and me to be together. We can also agree on the need to stand up to anti-Catholic bias, to defend religious liberty. America is in many ways divided like it's never been before. And the great religious leaders here tonight give us all an example that we can follow. We're living in a time and age that we never thought possible before. And we've got to come together, not only as a nation, but as a world community.
Catholics are an important part of the American story. America has been strengthened by hardworking Catholics. From New York to California, the Catholic story is truly unique, and it's a great story. From marching for civil rights to educating millions of children, serving the poor, and helping define the pro-life movement, clergy and lay Catholics across the country have made countless contributions to the American success and the American success story. Washington politicians have been hostile to the church. They have been hostile to Catholics. They have been hostile to the members of Catholicism. My administration will stand side by side with the American Catholics to promote the values we all share as Christians and Americans. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. We will make America great again.
If I could turn the page and time that I'd rearrange just a day or two, close my eyes, then I couldn't find a way, so I settled for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. No, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Although I'm not making plans, I hope that you understand there's a reason why. Close your eyes. No more broken hearts. We're better off apart. Let's give it a try. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. No, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. I could turn the page and time that I'd rearrange just a day or two. Close my eyes. I couldn't find a way, so I settled for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. No, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. No, you can't disguise. tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Where am I? Grandpa? What are you doing here?
Chris, welcome to the Skull and Bones Society. This is where the most powerful men in the world are groomed for their futures. Every president, every CEO, every douchebag named Ryan Seacrest. The Skull and Bones Society has been a part of my family for decades, and we want you to become a member.
Really? Wow, cool!
Excellent. You get your own stock portfolio, a percentage of the 9/11 Victims Fund, and the best medical care on the planet. You'll be kept as healthy as a horse.